This will be close. This will be very close.
And they mark him short. They've given the signal 4th down and didn't measure.
I think that's correct. This will be 4th and very short.
And Badgett may be guilty of trying to get too much on that play. Went outside and just wasn't there for him. Good tackling by Columbus Academy. Now in 4th and a few inches, Lehman coming to the line of scrimmage here in the 2nd quarter. Down 7-0.
See if Dembski may just take it straight ahead. There's the snap. They'll give it to Hewitt. Boy, this will be close. And believe me, our camera is looking straight down that line of scrimmage as we are. This is close.
He needed 4 inches. I'm not sure he got it. Didn't move much.
I think he's got it. Our camera is just to our left, and where we are, Mike, we are looking straight down. Dale has just a little bit of an angle. I'm thinking he's got it by a nose. Yes.
First down for the Cavaliers.
So the drive with a 4th down conversion will live for a 10th play. Football at the 32-yard line.
You can hear the majority of the people on this side exhale as the official pointed to the north there. That was a close one.
And there's a timeout on the field. We'll take time in for the First National Bank, where they say go to a game. One of the best tickets in town will always be activities at our local schools like this playoff game. Football and basketball games, concerts and plays, you can always count on an enjoyable time. Our children are the future. Let's give them all the encouragement that we can. Go to a game, hear a concert, see a play. We're proud of our schools. These thoughts come to you from Dave Voisart and the staff of the Sydney office of the First National Bank on West Russell Road. That's First National in New Bremen, Sydney, Botkins, and Wapakoneta.
10 on the 32.
1st and 10 Lehman, under 9 minutes to play in the first half. Columbus Academy up 7-0. Hewitt cuts it inside. Jones helps push him back from the 25-yard line after a pickup of right around 7.
Hewitt now 32 yards on 7 carries. He has done some yeoman work the last couple of times to get his average up there. Dave said both Cavalier backs, Badgett and Hewitt, trying to reach that 1,000-yard mark.
Right, Hewitt came in at 928. Badgett came in at 980. This is 2nd down, and actually a little closer to 4. Dembski wants to throw, unloads, got Sager out on the left side. Jones will take him out of bounds, but not until the gain is inside the 13-yard line for 1st and 10.
Little pitch and catch by Dembski and Sager. That's the 3rd time they've hooked up, and they've got another 1st down out of it. And Lehman setting up shop at the Academy 13-yard line.
Cavaliers have moved very well. 4 first downs in advancing from their own 33 to the visitors' 12-yard line, 13-yard line. Dembski with split backs, gives to Hewitt, starts the sweep left, couple of people leading the play. Inside the 10, down to about the 5-yard line. He was tripped up by Dunn. The gain will be to the 5-yard line. Like the way Hewitt's running, this will be 2nd down and a couple.
Got those linemen out in front of him and followed him right there, and a quick pickup of about 8 yards.
You bet. Andy Ratterman, 6'3", 2 1/4, good guy to run behind. Handoff this time is Badgett straight up the middle. Penalty flag. That's either going to be holding or a face mask. And it came in right as the pile was coming to an end. And it would appear that Lehman is not part of the discussion. This is with 7:32 to go in the half. We check the official for the signal that reveals face mask on Academy, 5-yard penalty. Well, in this case, it doesn't matter, 5 or 15, it's still half the distance to the goal.
Be a first down.
I think. Yeah. This will be first and goal. At any rate, it was going to be very close. First and goal, Lehman. Football just about the 2-yard line. Motion this side, Badgett straight ahead. Lehman's in the end zone. And they are a Justin Sager extra point away from tying the football game. Five minutes, 5 seconds, 67 yards. Nice job of the Cavaliers. 13 plays for the touchdown. Make it 14. 14 plays, 67 yards, 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Sager for the PAT that would tie it up. Dembski the holder. Ball's down, the kick is up. That is somewhere in the north part of Sydney for a tie score. Mike, you're center stage.
Thanks, Dave. Well, the start of a new season for Cavalier football team tonight signals the start of a new session at the Sydney Shelby County YMCA. Our winter session, and hard to be talking about winter on a night like tonight, but our winter session of YMCA programming begins Monday, November 19th. Highlighting the 5-week session are swimming, gymnastics, and soccer for children, while aerobics and yoga can be enjoyed by adult members. YMCA programs emphasize fundamentals and the wise character values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. For more information about YMCA programs, contact Sydney Shelby County YMCA at 492-YMCA.
Thank you, Mike. An impressive drive for Lehman. We start over, approaching the midway point of quarter number 2 here at Julia Lamb. Justin Sager will kick off.
Excuse me, Dave. Lehman definitely has their running game moving now. Badgett 28 yards, Hewitt 40 yards on the ground, and throwing the ball when they want to. They're 3 of 4 throwing the ball. So Lehman's been able to control this first half, except for one spurt by Academy.
Jones and Dunn are deep. See if Lehman kicks away from them. Sager, knuckler, that's a live ball, and it's recovered by Henson. That hit one of the linemen, and they are ruling that can't be advanced.
If it hits the ground, I don't think they can advance it.
That's got to be Lehman's ball, because whether it goes 10 yards or not, which it probably did, because of the fact it hit one of the Vikings, but that's Lehman's football.
Here we go. He got to turn around the right way.
And it's necessitated solely by the fact that they're trying to kick it away from those return threats. Lehman football.
Yeah, that would be a hard one to practice every week, but it worked out very well for the Cavaliers.
Skate saved by the goalie and Lehman football. And this is in Academy territory at the 49-yard line. Wing to the right, he comes in motion this way. Hand off, Hewitt back against the grain on the counter. He'll get about 3 or 4, and I'm with you, Mike. I like the way they're rushing the football. Kegelmeyer makes the stop. He'll get 4, making it 2nd and 6.
2nd and 5.
Less than 7 minutes to go, and a tied up 7-all first half. Motion again to this side. They'll hand it off to Badgett. He's got a first down. Badgett straight ahead, running very hard, very hard. Up from safety, number 7, Andrew Dunn, 1st and 10, Lehman.
Cavaliers' 6th first down of the second quarter. They have 8 here in the first half, just 2 for Academy, both of those in the first quarter.
The Lehman scoring drive began with 45 seconds left in the first period. Ball at the 37-yard line as the Cavs endeavor to take the lead. Dembski wants to throw, comes underneath. Nice catch over the shoulder by Hewitt. He's good to the 24-yard line with the tackle by Danny Crane. A lot of things are clicking well for Lehman at this juncture.
Well, Lehman showing the versatility of their offense. They've now thrown the ball 4 out of 5 times successfully, and that time, as you said, Hewitt made a nice over-the-shoulder catch, and Lehman has another first down.
On to Viking 24.
Twin receivers, Seger and Schachner, go to the right side. Badgett will take the handoff from Dembski. He'll see what he can get, maybe a couple, but a whole bunch of tacklers on the play. A whole bunch. In fact, 3 players simultaneously helped up after 3 other academy players had already gotten up. This will be down to the 23. And don't forget, Lehman is a field goal threat. That extra point that we just saw would have been a good field goal from a lot of places. 2nd and 9.
Chuck Asher standing on the sideline at the 17-yard line has to like this offense. He loves to run the football.
Oh, yeah. He gave the Cavaliers 10 very good years. This is Hewitt for good yardage inside the 15-yard line. Dunn helped to trip him up. He will be just short. They are looking at 3rd and very short.
Third down, 1.
And that's a very short one. It's less than a foot. 5 minutes till intermission. I formation. The pitch to Hewitt. He follows Badgett. Got a first down. No penalty flags. Fresh set of downs for the Cavaliers.
Wood with the pitch.
Cavaliers just ran the simple pitch. Kegelmeyer makes the stop. It's 1st and 10 Lehman. They're knocking on the door at the 11-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Cavs on the 11.
Twin receivers left. The single back is Badgett. Fullback tries the middle. Able to get away from the initial hit of Kegelmeyer. And will spin down at the 7.5.
Brought down by Nathan Fosno.
This will be 2nd down 6. At the snap of the football, we will have about 4 minutes left in the half. Lehman 7, Columbus Academy 7. The visitors scored first. Dembski faked it. He'll keep it, try to take it wide. Gets to the 5, out of bounds at about the 3. He needed to get to the 1 for a first down. It'll be 3rd and 2. Chased out by Fosnaw.
Well, that was Dembski's speed that time. He was able to get around the corner, and they had him hemmed in a little bit, and he was able to slip down that sideline for about 4 yards.
9th play of the Lehman drive coming up. It'll be 3rd down and still about 2. The play did carry out of bounds. Seger splits left, Schachner to the right. We zero in on the middle. There's split backs behind Dembski. Dembski will hand it off to Hewitt. Cut it inside. The promised land touchdown. Cavaliers hit the end zone as the band, which had started for the end zone for their halftime show, will stop and perform the fight song. Nine plays, 49 yards. In about 3.5 minutes. Seger will try the point after touchdown out of Jim Dembski's hold. For a 7-point lead. Ball's down, the kick is up, and again, that was last seen somewhere over the former site of the Sydney Dairy, I believe. Cavaliers up 14-7. The Spot Restaurant has been a homemade fresh downtown Sydney tradition for over 90 years. The current Spot feature is the shredded chicken sandwich for just $1.70. Mike, as we talk about the Spot Restaurant, let's talk about what occurred in downtown Sydney last night. The dedication of Streetscape on a beautiful evening. A lot of merchants got into the act, including the Spot, which reincarnated Johnny Koukasides and the Old Purity Restaurant through his grandson, Michael Janitas, and they served over 250 Boston Nut Sundaes. And in a nutshell, there were just a lot of neat things going on downtown on Thursday night.
Well, we had a beautiful night for it Thursday night in Sydney, and just a great experience for those who were able to get out. And you know, compliments to those who were involved in that project. A lot of heat getting that done, necessary to do, and it looks beautiful now it's finished. And the spot, of course, a big part of that. Spot, we were able to slide in the back doors and side doors of restaurants all summer, and now everybody's wide open for business downtown.
You bet.
250 those, huh?
Over. And I have no idea who ate the other 247 plus.
There you go.
Boy, they were good. Sager, knuckler, excuse me, right along the ground. That's booted. Jones having a rough time, is finally on it at the 26. Wow. The Cavaliers almost get a second major break on a kicking play. A fake punt by Lehman led to Academy's touchdown. Then the favor was returned when a front line player got in the way of a Lehman kickoff. So the Cavs up 14-7, and some more damage almost occurred right there.
First offensive play by Academy here in the second quarter is right now with 3:48 left.
Yep. They'll go from the 26. Hand off to Jones, tries the middle, away from a few people. 35 out to the 39. He gained 13 yards before Shackner and Henson came over to wrap him up. That's another first down. Pretty impressive, and he wasn't real far away from doing the whole thing.
And as Dave, as you mentioned, he is just a sophomore, 190 pounds, 6 foot. He's a good-looking athlete, and even for 2 more years.
Academy, a private school, very successful program in the Gahanna portion of Columbus. There, he'll try it again to the left side, Will Jones. This time he'll be tackled by Dan Barhorst. No gain of 13 this time. It'll be 3 instead. Second down, 7 yards to go. Clock showing 3:10.
Their Academy got off to the early 7-0 lead in that first quarter. Lehman has scored 14 unanswered, and now if the defense can hold, Cavaliers will head into halftime with a 7-point lead.
That would look good. Double wing, shotgun. All kind of people potentially out on this, but they'll hand it off to Smith, the fullback. Barhorst will get him after about 2.5 more. Up close to the 45-yard line. This will be a possession play right here. Third down and still the better part of 5.
Just to bet the Vikings do not want to give the football up here.
Again at halftime, the Lehman Band, followed by our halftime facts and figures. Motion with Jones. Dunn rolls out. He'll cut it back into the middle and finds a swarm of blue and gold. Most notably Barhorst and also Elko. And Judy's at the bottom of the stack, 41. There'll be a loss on the play. This will be 4th down and 6. And Academy will punt.
Now Lehman's going to take a timeout.
Cavaliers will take time to talk about it and conserve some clock with 1:51. The Sydney Holiday Inn and Country Squire Restaurant have been Sydney traditions for almost 3 decades. The Country Squire serves a weekend breakfast buffet and a Sunday brunch. 1 week each month they serve a luncheon buffet, and Thursday night is senior night with dinner specials featured. The Sydney Holiday Inn is a full-service hotel. Contact their staff to book your guest rooms, meetings, and banquets. They have the facilities to accommodate all of your needs. They also provide catering off premises. They operate the Troy Holiday Inn Express, America's bed and breakfast, at exit 74, I-75, Troy, Ohio, and the Holiday Inn Express, Huber Heights, Ohio, at exit 36 on Interstate 70. That's the family of Holiday Inns. Also with us, Area Energy and Electric with Verizon Wireless, North Dixie Drive-Thru, and the Spot Restaurant and Catering. There's the snap. Dunn's right-footed punt. Contrast that with being a left-handed thrower. That takes a bounce in favor of Lehman. They want to get on that, wouldn't they? Well, it cost them about 5 yards on the negative bounce. So the Cavaliers have the ball with 1:39. Academy got a first down on their first play from scrimmage in that sequence.
First and 10 for the Cavs.
Couldn't move it thereafter, went 3 and out from that juncture. So we'll see what the Cavaliers do from the 37.
Lehman with 1 timeout left here in this half.
Nice crowd here this evening on the home side. And a scattered group on the other side, most of whom we believe are from Columbus. This will be to Hewitt on the right side, through the first wall. He's in a foot race. Hewitt to the 40. 35-30. Now you've got to think touchdown and or Justin Seger. No penalty flags. Dunn makes the stop as Hewitt will go all the way to the 21. Hewitt on the night, Mike?
Well, with that 43 yards, Hewitt now over 100 at 102 yards.
Well, obviously that gets him to well over 1,000 for the season. And Badgett coming in only needed 20.
So he has 41, so he's over.
Okay. In the 11th game of the season, those are realized. 1:30. A lot of time. A timeout left, 21-yard line, counter play back this way.
Lee Nickel with the carry.
Lee Nickel carries the football, 46, just a freshman. On that counter play, he'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6.
Second down, 7.
Time of the snap, we will have about a minute left in the half. Split backs behind Dembski. Receiver either way in the pro set. Dembski hands it off. Hewitt with a nice cutback. He's done that pretty well this evening. Into the teeth of the defense, but it had been good for about 4 yards before that. See if the Cavaliers take time out here with 47. They're looking at 3rd down and a couple of yards to go, and that clock is continuing to move. Now they're coming to the line of scrimmage. This snap will take place at about 30. Make it about 28. 3rd down 2. They try the right side. Badgett will not get it.
Badgett stopped at the middle.
Now it'll be 4th down and still the better part of 2.
Timeout, Cavaliers.
Lehman will take time out. Let's see if the Seger factor becomes reality with 20 seconds left in the half. Bunny's Pharmacy, 112 North Main Avenue in downtown Sydney, provides personal concern and service for all of your pharmacy and personal health care. Bunny's invites you to visit their website at www.downtownsydney.com, where you can obtain medical information, order prescription refills, or shop online for either in-store pickup or home delivery. Bunny's Pharmacy, serving all of your health care needs for well over half a century. Also on the telecast here this evening from Julia Lamb, Heinfeld Insurance Agency, First Star Bank, Dickman Supply of Sydney, Greenville, and Salina, Sydney Shelby County YMCA, Doctors Urbank, Poslet, and Justice of Sydney Family Medicine, Shelby County Collectibles, and Mark Knupp Muffler and Tire of Piqua. 30-yard field goal attempt will be the order of the day. This would put the Cavaliers up by 2 scores. 4th and 1 would probably be a field goal attempt anyway, especially in this situation as the first half winds down with 20 seconds. Dembski will put it down just inside the 20. We'll call it a 29-yard field goal. This for a 17-7 lead. Ball's down, the kick is up. Got plenty on it, looks very good, and is. That's a nice boot and a very important one before halftime. Mike, you talk about roaring back after trailing 7-0.
It's big points right there on the scoreboard. Now you're up by 2 scores as you head to halftime, and if they can stop them in 16 seconds, they'll go to halftime with a pretty nice lead of 17-7. Although keep in mind, Academy does get the ball to start the second half.
More of our sponsors include Tooling Technology of Fort Loramie. That's a good one to acknowledge right after the field goal. Ratterman Custom Home Builders, Shelby Landscaping, and Salman Electric. Again, the winner of this game plays either the 2 or the 7 seed. They're contesting this evening at Wheelersburg, namely Wheelersburg and also Reading. That is matched up already. Then the following week, regional final, state semifinal in the 4th week of play. State championships are a full 4 weeks from right now. Divisions 3 through 6 alternate when they play their games, Friday or Saturday. From year to year, Division 2 always plays Friday, Division 1 always plays Saturday. Knuckleball upcoming from the Lehman kicker who just hit the 29-yard field goal. There it is. It'll carry to the 16. That's going to roll. That's a live football at the 7. Cavs cover it pretty well for a tackle inside the 10. I think Academy may just sit on this. That's Jones. Boy, you can't get it much better than that. Elko and Judy were down there, as well as Steepleton. But that ball hit and bit, which is something you quite often hope for in golf. And right there, it occurred on a kickoff. 14 seconds, forward progress will be outside the 10-yard line. And if you want to see a prevent defense, right here.
1st and 10 for the Vikings on their own 10.
Rick Schackner deploys the troops deep. Only a single receiver out on the pattern, though. He's split to the top of your screen. Rolling out to the left is Dunn. Judy forcing him outside, tries to throw back over the middle. That'll be complete to the 36-yard line. Hewitt makes the stop. There are 6 ticks till halftime. That was 15, Drew Johnson.
Out of the way of an injury on the play.
And there's an injured Cavalier back at the 10-yard line. Lehman medical staff going over to check on him. Might just be cramped up from the early assistance we saw provided by the official. Mark Knupp invites his many Sydney area friends to see him personally for their every automotive service need at Mark Knupp Muffler and Tire on College Street in Southwest Piqua. With a modern 10-bay facility, their master technician and ASE certified mechanics always stand ready to serve. That's Mark Knupp Muffler and Tire in Piqua, featuring Goodyear, Goodrich, Michelin, Uniroyal, and General. Remember Mark Knupp in Piqua. And the player being assisted, we'll see as he comes off that that's A.J. Judy.
A.J. Judy.
And whatever that is, might just have been a cramp, but it obviously was quite insignificant in the total picture, which is good news.
1st and 10 for the Vikings.
Academy with the football, probably one more play left in the half. And Academy now will take time out. So they combine the time available from the Lehman injury with their own timeout. And we'll take time in for F.D. Lawrence, an electrical wholesale distributor specializing in General Electric power distribution equipment and the factory automation components of Rockwell Automation. F.D. Lawrence Electric looks forward to many more decades of serving an expanding market from their state-of-the-art home on South Vandemark Road. Doug Christie and his staff are always pleased to back the home teams on Channel 12. F.D. Lawrence prides itself on a century of service. Well,
17-7, Dave, and Lehman saw Academy score first, but they have really controlled this second quarter. Academy really hasn't had a chance to even have the football because of Lehman's ball control running, and now Academy in the final 6 seconds.
This is a 3-4-4. There's a double handoff, loose football. Academy's on it with 1 second. That clock should have remained alive, except, okay, timeout.
That's their last
So the
one.
Vikings tried a double handoff. Now they'll take another timeout. They will live for one more play from the 35. Mike, let's talk about that defense. And Dale, when the defense first lines up, let's get a picture of the overall defense before sliding back to include the offense. You can get a picture of a very, very deep 3-4-4. Those linebackers are about 7 yards off the line of scrimmage, and the 4 deep people, Mike Lieber, are exceedingly deep.
Even as they were about to break the huddle, the deep people started moving back so they can get back in position. And that wide angle shot certainly gives you that look right there.
There you go. Let's bring her in, Dale. That's a good look at what Columbus Academy faces. Academy 65 yards away from the end zone, trailing by 10 points. Dunn, the quarterback, will just run a simple handoff straight ahead to Smith. It's halftime. Cavaliers with the lead over Columbus Academy, 17-7. as Mike Lieber said, an outstanding second quarter of football for Lehman. And they go to the halftime locker room with a 10-point lead, but they will have to kick it off to start the second half. 17-7 once again in favor of the Cavaliers. And up next, we will have the halftime performance of the Lehman Marching Band.